I... I'm at a loss for words. Holy shit, doesn't even be... This episode was easily the strongest to date, and puts into perspective many things that fans probably have never considered. Not even probably, I know there's stuff in this episode that fans have never considered. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk Hunt the Truth, Episode 7. We open with Ben trying desperately to contact Mashak and constantly getting greeted by a number of prank messages. You know the type, you get voicemail and the message sounds for a second like someone is actually talking to you. Then they reveal the joke and you shout your lungs out in anger. So I'm sure you're wondering why Ben is trying to talk to Mashak rather than talking to Pharaoh, the mysterious hacker mentioned at the end of the last episode. Well, this week's episode picks up 72 hours after that conversation, and Ben has yet to be contacted. However, he is contacted by the analyst Ray Kurzig, a welcome surprise after last episode. So Ben and Ray meet and, well, this is where shit starts getting heavy. It seems that Ray had a contact that was following up on Jacob Walker's service record. Still all clean. However, another lead produces something interesting. It seems that one part of the military isn't exactly overseen by Oni, or not as overseen as it should be. When soldiers enlist, they are given an affidavit to confirm that their service is voluntary. The department that then handles any complaints of involuntary service is, as Ben puts it,
is a rubber stamp joke.
The process is almost entirely automatic. In fact, when Ray's friend put in a request about Walker, it was noted that the guy had been the first human to make a request in about 50 years. Basically, the department is left to its own devices and Oni doesn't really check in, which means they never thought to go in and change Walker's service record within this system. What Ray's contact dug up is damning, showing that Jacob Walker is the only soldier in that system that is neither active nor inactive. Everyone else is one or the other. Whoops. And to make matters worse, or better depending on your perspective, Ray was able to use Ben's interview with Walker as a template to search through the sea of data, or slush, to find anything else he could. Turns out, he found something big. Walker is a voice actor.
Get ready to take back the road, Ganymede. This is your chance to be one of the first on the planet to have your very own hog. More than 3 tons of...
Here is our boy, Jacob, 19 years ago, hawking utility vehicles for some random dealership.
One of the must-own and best driving...
It's a commercial?
On the market.
Yeah.
The new 56 hogs
He's an
are shipping
actor.
now. Visit or call a qualified dealer. It's Beauty and the Beast.
A quick aside, something that does strike me as weird is that the ad is clearly saying a 56 hog, while Ray notes that it's a recording from 19 years ago. I can only imagine they meant 19 months or something, and somebody just missed that during editing. So anyway, Ben is ecstatic. For a moment, at least. It quickly dawns on him the implications of Walker being a liar. With Walker's testimony joining the ranks of Governor and Dvorak in all but discreditation, Ben is looking at a very terrifying truth, one revealed by former ODST Anthony Petrovsky. Ben calls him up and after a brief apology, explains that he's finally open to hearing what Petrovsky has to say. And boy does he say a lot. It's a story the more lore-savvy are all too familiar with, so I'll keep it brief. Oni kidnaps kids to make soldiers and leaves behind clones that are doomed to die. Then when the kids are barely teenagers, they undergo some of the most excruciating augmentation surgeries imaginable. From there, the survivors are sent out to clean up the messes Oni wants cleaned. Again, we've mostly heard this stuff, but it's no less shocking to hear, especially actually hearing it. Things only get uglier when Ben asks Petrovsky why he's so willing to talk about this, and Petrovsky explains in detail. To keep it short, he feels he owes nothing to an organization that's willing to sacrifice soldiers to test a new toy, and Oni really can't do anything to him. We learn that Petrovsky is basically living in shit to the point where his situation can't get any worse. Not long after, Ben and Petrovsky part, and Ben finds that he just cannot stop thinking about the fate of the clones and the effect that it would have on their families. Though never on this channel, I have said many a time in other conversations, no parent should have to watch their child die. The clones would rot away and the families, friends, and doctors could do naught but watch. Understandably, it can really get to you. It certainly got to Ben. We jump forward to the night when an eerie voice makes itself known.
Did you hear an unpleasant story?
This is Fero, the infamous hacker that Ben had been waiting to hear from, and she's finally made contact. It seems she had been waiting for Ben to hear the truth, or more accurately, accept it. Fero wastes no time getting to her point. Something big is happening out in the black, those anomalies Mashak had been tracking, and according to Fero, they could spell doom for humanity. She goes on to reveal that there are friendly ears in the UEG, senators who have been kept in the dark about Oni's activities. If Ben can get some of them and a few Oni spooks in the same room, he could blow the cover off this conspiracy and make sure Oni didn't have time to spin it. Of course, the question becomes, how would Ben arrive at such an opportunity? Naturally, Pharaoh has a plan for this too. Create a public panic. Not with the truth about the Spartans, but with the threat of imminent annihilation. God damn, what an episode. We start out great and the tension just keeps building with each twist and turn. But when Pharaoh enters the picture, there's a palpable presence in her voice alone. Ben compares her to a force of nature, and I cannot say I disagree. Pharaoh owns the episode when she enters the picture, and you cannot help but pay attention. Naturally, the big question we are left with is this: who is Pharaoh? Many are quick to think Dr. Halsey, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, Halsey would be privy to the secrets of the Spartan program, and many of Oni's dirtiest secrets. But to me at least, the voice didn't have the mannerisms and speech pattern usually associated with Halsey. Take a listen and judge for yourself.
Maybe, but you only have so much reach. With only controlling 90% of communication, that fire might take a while to spread. And we're not sure we have that much time.
What are you after? The others before you were naval intelligence, but you're something else.
Personally, I can't help but wonder if it might be Petra. She has and does work with Oni, and has covered the chief in the past. She likely knows a thing or two, and we've seen that she has contacts out in the galaxy that are privy to information that might otherwise be hard to come by. If Petra was able to find a record of Cortana's message from Halo 3, yes, she was able to find a recording of that. Who's to say what else she might be able to find? Of course, I too could be wrong, and Pharaoh may be somebody entirely new. Or somebody else that we know and I just haven't thought of it. Time will tell. Before we wrap up today, I have a brief announcement. I will be out of town starting this Thursday and going through next Sunday. As such, there won't be any Canon VOD breakdown on Friday. I can't say for sure how this will affect my next episode on Hunt the Truth, but a delay on that front shouldn't be unexpected either. I'm going to try to get another video out later this week to keep you guys satiated, but we'll see what time allots. Just wanted to give you guys the heads up. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for joining me. This has been Halo Canon, and I'll see you all next week, I suppose. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. It means more than I can express in a few minutes of audio. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around on whatever social media you see fit, and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Your support is everything. I would not be where I am without you. Thanks.